All right, it's time again for another installment in our train song series. And again, joined by Mr. Doyle Dykes and his son Caleb. They're going to help me out on this. And when I first conceived of the train song series, this is one of the first songs I thought of, but I've always kind of dodged it. One, because I'm not a low singer, and two, I just knew I didn't quite have the chops on the guitar. So now that's covered, and they'll let me put it way, way higher than Cash sang it. And then that way I'll be able to pull it off. Of course, I'm talking about Folsom Prison Blues. And Doyle, you were sharing some interesting connections between Merle Travis, great Merle Travis, and Cash and trains.
Well, Merle was real close to Grandpa. You know, he played on all his King records, all that stuff. He and Merle, you know, kind of grew up, came up together. I got my Merle Travis shirt on here today. But Merle, I got to meet him when I was a kid. Grandpa called me over to his house, and Merle spent the whole day with me and showed me that. And he explained everything he did. He was just such a great guy. Mm-hmm. But years later, I was traveling down the road after Grandpa. He'd been gone a long time, Merle too. This is a few years ago. And Mark Jones, Grandpa's son, talked just like his daddy.
Yeah.
And I said, "You got any Merle Travis stories you can tell me?" And because he grew up with him, he said, "Well, just like Grandpa, he used to babysit us." And he would babysit him and his sister, Elisa, or Eloise, I think back then it was, his older sister. But he said, I said, "Well, what was he like at home, Merle Travis?" And he said, "Well, he was always busy." I said, "Well, doing what?" I mean, well, he wasn't on the road. Just curious, did he write songs? I said, "Well, he did, but he mostly was working on the Johnny Cash stuff." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, that part, the train part of Johnny's, part of the story, the Soul Train." Yeah, he said Merle wrote all those.
Wow.
And I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It was just an interesting, such an interesting story for me, you know. And because Merle also loved trains. I mean, he and his buddy would hitch a ride on a train, you know, and go from town to town and play their guitars and for change. And
sure.
That's the way he got started, hobos.
And that may have inspired some of those songs that he did write. And, you know, his guitar playing was so phenomenal and so pioneering that overshadows his songwriting. But he was an amazing songwriter. You start thinking about it, you know, 16 Tons and some of the gospel numbers that he composed. So.
Well, my dad's favorite line.
Absolutely. Stranger.
And of course, Cash wrote some great tunes too. He was an amazing man. I think my favorite song. You remember the song that got Johnny out of prison? Do you remember that one?
I'm not sure.
You remember it, Caleb?
I can't remember.
I'll play it for you real quick, and then we can do this other one.
Okay.
Here's the song that got Johnny out of prison. Heard that?
It's a really long one, isn't it? It took a long time.
So anyway. But that was my Cash and Johnny Cash and Merle Travis kind of connection there.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, Folsom Prison Blues, it's just a great train song and kind of legendary. And I'm here doing it with a music legend, so can't beat
and
that.
You're doing a good job. Great job.
That.
Right. We love you. Yes, we love this channel, and we love Tipper, her channel too. The girls, Presley girls. We've been watching for a long time, and I had no idea y'all were so close to us. We just lived across the line there in Tennessee.
That's right.
And so glad we got together. I think it was a God thing. I
do too.
1, 2.
I hear that train coming, it's rolling round the bend. Ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Lord, I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling on down to San Antone. Baby, my mammy told me, son, always be a good boy, don't you ever play with guns. But I shot a man seating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. But I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But that train keeps rolling, and that's what tortures me. Prison, if that railroad car was mine, you bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Oh, so far from Folsom prison, that's where I long to stay. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Yes, I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
Yeah.
Pretty good, pretty good.
That's great, Paul.
Thanks.
That was fun.
I said lonesome prison one time instead of Folsom, but close
It
enough.
would be.
It would be
It would
close
be.
to be in prison.
That's true.
This one, it's not a a Christian song, obviously, but it does have a good message to it.
It does.
Listen to the warnings, or this is where you wind up. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
Do that again.
Blow my blues away. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. See, I never could sing that because I just can't sing it E,
Yeah.
And even where I'm singing it, if you notice, I never really go down there to the bottom of the scale,
Gotcha.
Blow my blues away.
Oh, it gets
That's
low.
it's even low for me in A. And Cash is doing it back there in E. It's just crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, Mom. I keep forgetting I'm.
Oh, it won't hurt. That patting your foot won't hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he gets in there, he just, he says, I have to go. He said, all right, either we're going to mic that or you're going to put a rug on it.
Yeah. Dad had that problem. He drives sound guys crazy on the stage.
Yeah.
Just a boom.
Who
boom.
does?
My dad. He had that
Oh, he
problem.
did?
He'd pat that foot,
You could hear him all through the church. You knew it was him up in the front.
Shake
patting
the
his
pew,
foot.
wouldn't
Yeah, yeah.
They said that Uncle Dave Macon, they had to put a pillow there. for
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet, yeah. I remember him. He flipped that banjo all
Oh, yeah.
around.
Yeah. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Lord, I'm stuck in Folsom prison, and time keeps dragging on. Can't believe I forgot the words.
Oh, that's okay.
Just start over. You'll be fine.
Time
At
keeps
least this is
dragging
very low.
on.
Now I hear that whistle blow.
On down to San Antonio.
I just gotta remember to stay on that E,
You want to speed it up just a touch, maybe?
Yeah. I wondered if it was too slow.
Yeah, thanks.
Do they-